Abandoned at the dock. The silent cry for help of two German Shepherd puppies. Imagine being completely alone, with no one around to help, no one to hear your cries. Just a cold, desolate dock at dusk, where the only sound you can hear is the soft lapping of waves against the wooden posts. Can you picture it? Now, picture two helpless puppies abandoned here, shivering and scared. Their world is silent. Their cries are unheard. How long would they last in such an unforgiving place? The dock is empty, deserted, every corner filled with a heavy, eerie silence. The setting sun casts a dim light, painting the scene with shades of orange and gray. The wind whispers, but it offers no comfort. It's as though time itself has forgotten this place. The puppies are trembling on the cold wooden floor, their bodies weak, their eyes wide with fear. They don't know why they've been left here, abandoned, with no one to turn to for help. Their vulnerability is painfully clear. They have nothing but each other, and even that feels fragile. In a moment like this, when you're alone and scared, do you think anyone would hear you? Do you think anyone would come to your aid? These puppies are calling out for help, but there's no one there. Just the quiet sound of waves and the loneliness of the dock. The puppies' reaction is heartbreaking. Confusion and fear are all they know now. They look around frantically, but no one comes. Their bodies are frail, their stomachs empty. Their whimpers are the only noise they can make, but in this vast empty space, it feels like no one will ever hear them. Their expressions are full of sorrow, small, helpless creatures trapped in a world of uncertainty. Shivering, they look up in hope, but the cold and the silence are the only things that answer. The night is cold, and the puppies are starving. They're alone, with no one around to help them, and their hunger is growing worse by the minute. They start by sniffing around the dock, looking for something to eat. They paw through the garbage, desperately hoping for some scraps. They find some old food, but it's either rotten or already eaten by other animals. Nothing is enough to fill their empty stomachs. Their hunger is unbearable. They walk along the dock, weak and tired, trying to find anything that could help. The salty seawater is their next hope, but when they drink it, it only makes them thirstier. Their bodies are shaking from the cold and hunger. Every step they take feels heavier than the last. They're exhausted, but they can't stop searching. They need food to survive, and without it, they don't know how long they can keep going. As the minutes tick by, the storm gets worse. The wind picks up, howling through the dock, making everything feel colder. The puppies are soaked from the rain. Their fur is matted down and heavy, but it offers no warmth. They are shivering uncontrollably, their small bodies barely able to handle the cold. With no shelter in sight, the puppies huddle together for warmth. They press close to each other, each of them desperately trying to find a bit of comfort. Their fur is wet, their teeth are chattering, but still they stay close, relying on each other to survive the storm. The rain doesn't let up. It pours harder, making the dock slick and dangerous. The wind blows so strongly that it feels like it could knock them off their feet. The puppies try to keep warm by staying close, but there's nothing they can do to escape the cold. The storm rages on, and they are helpless against its power. Their small bodies tremble, but they have nowhere to hide, no one to help them. Just when it seems like things couldn't get worse, the puppies hear the sound of a car coming. The noise grows louder, and then the headlights of a car shine through the rain. The puppies freeze. Could someone finally see them? Could they finally be rescued? But no, the car speeds past them. The light from the headlights fades, and with it, the puppies' hope. They are still alone, still trapped in the storm, with no one to save them. The world around them feels even emptier, as they realize that no one is coming to help. As if that wasn't bad enough, a stray dog appears. Its eyes are wild, and its growls fill the air. It's clearly hungry and aggressive. The puppies, weak and small, can't defend themselves. They huddle together, trying to make themselves as small as possible, hoping the dog will lose interest and go away. But the dog doesn't back down. The puppies' hearts race with fear. They know they're too weak to fight back. And if that wasn't enough, the rising tide is another danger they can't ignore. Slowly, the water begins to creep up the dock. The puppies are already soaking wet, but the water keeps coming higher and higher. It won't be long before the dock is completely covered. The puppies have nowhere to escape. The tide is threatening to swallow them whole. The cold, the hunger, the storm, the dog, and now the water. Everywhere the puppies turn, danger is closing in. They are running out of time, and unless someone steps in to help them, they might not survive the night. As the storm continues to lash the dock, the puppies' chances of survival grow slimmer with every passing minute. Their tiny bodies are exhausted, and they're on the brink of giving up. The cold, hunger, and fear have drained them of hope. The world around them seems silent and cruel, with only the sound of the wind and rain to keep them company. But then, something changes. In the distance, a figure appears. A passerby, maybe a local fisherman who knows this dock well, or a kind-hearted stranger out for a walk. The storm is so intense that the person might not have noticed the puppies right away. However, the faint sound of weak whimpers, so soft they're almost lost in the storm, reaches their ears. Or perhaps they spot a small movement from the corner of their eye. They stop, their instincts kicking in. Something doesn't seem right. The figure approaches slowly, unsure at first, but drawn to the sound. The closer they get, the more they realize the heartbreaking sight in front of them. Two puppies, shivering, hungry, and terrified, are curled up against the relentless storm. Their eyes are wide, pleading for help, but they're too weak to move. The stranger's heart sinks. This is no ordinary sight. An overwhelming wave of concern and shock washes over the rescuer. They can't just walk away. The urgency to act is immediate. The stranger's emotions shift from surprise to a deep sense of compassion. They know they must do something. This is their moment to help. The rescuer takes a cautious step forward, their movements slow and deliberate, so as not to startle the already frightened puppies. They can see the fear in the puppies' eyes. The puppies are trembling, their bodies so small and frail, and it's clear they've been through so much already. They want to trust this person, but their fear holds them back. For a moment, they flinch, instinctively pulling away, too scared to accept help. But the stranger doesn't back down. They squat down to the puppy's level, speaking softly and gently, trying to reassure them. It's a quiet, calming voice, filled with kindness. The rescuer's eyes show a mix of tenderness and determination. The storm is still howling, the rain pouring down, but the rescuer focuses only on the puppies in front of them. Slowly, the puppies begin to relax. Their eyes lock with the rescuers, and for the first time in hours, they feel the warmth of kindness. Their hesitation begins to melt away. One of the puppies, weak but willing to trust, takes a hesitant step forward. It's a tiny movement, but it's a sign. The rescuer's hands, gentle and firm, reach out, and with a careful grip, they lift the puppies one by one, cradling them in their arms. The shift from the harsh isolation of the dock to the warmth of human touch is like a miracle. The puppies, once so full of fear, now rest against the stranger, their small bodies curling into the safety they've longed for. The relief is instant. The warmth of the rescuer's arms replaces the cold, the fear, and the hunger. They're no longer alone. They're safe. As the rescuer carries them away from the dock, away from the storm and the danger, the puppies begin to feel the change in their world. The soft glow of hope begins to shine through the darkness. The whimpering stops, replaced by soft, contented sighs. It's as if they know they've made it. They've survived the worst of it, and now they have a chance at something better. The emotional weight of this moment isn't lost on the rescuer. They glance down at the puppies in their arms, feeling a rush of tenderness. What started as a moment of fear has turned into one of love and care. The puppies, still shivering, are now at peace. Their eyes, once wide with terror, now begin to close, not out of fear, but from the comfort of being held, of knowing that someone cares. For the puppies, this is their turning point, the moment when everything changes. They've gone from abandonment to a new chance at life, and it's because of this one person who decided to make a difference. The rescuer's act of kindness has given them hope, the promise that they won't have to face the world alone anymore. The journey from the cold, harsh dock to the safety of a loving home or a shelter feels like a dream come true for the puppies. The pain of abandonment and the terror of the storm are now a distant memory. The puppies are taken to a warm, safe environment where they are treated with the care and attention they desperately needed. The moment they are placed on a soft bed, their tiny bodies relax for the first time in what feels like forever. They are given food and water, simple things they had been denied for days. At first, their bodies are weak and frail, but slowly, the nourishment they receive begins to show its effects. The hunger that once gripped them fades away, replaced with the energy they've been lacking. The medical care they receive is crucial. The puppies are examined, cleaned, and treated for any injuries or infections they may have sustained during their time alone. The warmth of the shelter and the gentle care they're given help them begin to heal, both physically and emotionally. Slowly, their bodies regain strength, and the tremors from fear and cold gradually subside. As the days pass, they begin to look more like the happy, healthy puppies they were meant to be. Their once shriveled bodies start to fill out, and their fur becomes soft and shiny again. What was once a picture of desperation is now a transformation of hope. The bond between the puppies and their rescuer starts to grow stronger each day. Initially, the puppies were fearful, hesitant to trust anyone. But now the warmth of the rescuer's kindness and gentle care begins to open their hearts. At first, they just follow the rescuer around the shelter or home, keeping their distance but showing subtle signs of affection. An eager wag of their tails or a soft nudge with their noses. Over time, as the rescuer continues to feed, care for, and play with them, the puppies begin to understand that they are safe. They learn that the person who saved them is now a part of their world. They start to trust more and more, showing excitement when the rescuer enters the room. It's not just about survival anymore, it's about love and security. The puppies begin to approach the rescuer, sitting at their feet, nudging their hands for attention. They give small, tentative licks to the rescuer's fingers, seeking affection. This simple, tender bond is a reminder of how far they've come, how they've gone from frightened, hungry, and alone to adored and cherished. There's a mutual understanding between the puppies and their rescuer now, an unspoken connection that words can't fully express. The rescuer's heart swells with pride and joy as they see the puppies, once broken and abandoned, growing into confident, playful animals who now see them as a protector, a friend, and a family. The transformation of the puppies is nothing short of remarkable. The once weak and trembling animals are now full of energy and life. Their days are no longer filled with hunger, fear, or cold. Instead, they're filled with laughter, play, and comfort. The puppies begin to explore their new world, wagging their tails as they run around the yard or shelter. They playfully chase each other, pouncing and tumbling over one another in joy. Their once sad eyes are now bright and full of curiosity. The bond between them is undeniable. They are no longer just survivors. They are happy, healthy puppies enjoying life. Their playful antics bring smiles to the faces of everyone around them. Their transformation is not just physical, but emotional as well. They've gone from two abandoned, shivering souls to lively, happy companions who are ready to embrace a new life, full of love and warmth. The emotional payoff of their journey is evident as they curl up next to their rescuer, their faces peaceful and content. The once lonely Doc and stormy night are far behind them, replaced with a bright future full of possibilities. This new beginning marks the end of their painful past, but it also signals the start of an exciting new chapter. They are no longer the forgotten puppies of the Doc. They are loved, cared for, and ready to bring joy to the world. The rescuer, too, is transformed by their presence. No longer just a stranger, but a cherished part of their family. It's a heartwarming conclusion to their journey, a reminder that no matter how dark the past may seem, there is always hope for a better tomorrow. The puppies, once abandoned and alone, are now thriving in a world of love and care, a testament to the power of compassion and the promise of a new beginning. As the story of these two abandoned puppies comes to an end, it's impossible not to reflect on the true power of compassion. In a world where so many animals are left behind, the simple act of one person choosing to care made all the difference. The puppies, once cold and alone, are now full of life, love, and joy, all thanks to a stranger who took the time to notice their silent cry for help.
This story isn't just about two puppies and their miraculous rescue. It's a reminder that compassion is a force that can change lives. Whether it's a stray animal in need or someone going through a tough time, our acts of kindness have the potential to make a lasting impact. The rescuer didn't hesitate. They acted when it mattered most, teaching us all a valuable lesson. Every act of kindness matters. It doesn't have to be grand or heroic. It just needs to be genuine. Through their eyes, we see that compassion can heal wounds that go beyond the physical. It can restore trust, revive hope, and offer second chances. This story invites us to reflect on our own capacity for kindness and how we can make a difference in the lives of those around us, whether human or animal. As we watch these puppies grow and thrive, we are reminded of the countless other animals out there who need our help. This is where we must turn our attention to the broader issue: abandonment. Far too many animals are left behind every day, without a home, without love, and often without a chance to survive. Their cries may go unheard, but that doesn't mean we can't step in and be their voice. By adopting, volunteering, or simply offering our support, we can make sure that more animals don't have to face the same fate as these puppies. The rescuers' actions didn't just save two lives, they ignited a ripple of hope that can spread to countless others in need. Rescue doesn't just change the life of an animal, it changes ours, too. As you finish watching this story of hope and transformation, ask yourself, what can I do to help? There are so many ways we can make a difference in the lives of animals who are struggling. It's not always about having a perfect solution, but about taking action, no matter how big or small. If you're thinking about adopting a pet, consider visiting your local shelter or rescue organization. Many animals are waiting for their forever homes, just like these puppies were. Adopting an animal gives them a chance at a better life, and in turn, it will enrich your life in ways you never expected. If adoption isn't an option for you, consider volunteering at a shelter. Your time and care can have a profound impact on animals who desperately need attention, love, and a safe space. Whether it's walking dogs, cleaning kennels, or simply spending time with animals, every moment counts. If you're unable to adopt or volunteer, there are other ways to help. Donate to animal rescue organizations, or even spread the word about animals in need. Sometimes, all it takes is one share on social media or one phone call to connect a pet with someone who can help. The survival of these puppies wasn't just a stroke of luck. It was the result of one person choosing to make a difference. That person could be you. We all have the ability to be the hero in an animal story. The puppy's journey of healing and transformation is proof that kindness and action can create change, no matter how small it may seem. So, take a moment to reflect on this story. Let it inspire you to act with kindness, empathy, and compassion. You never know whose life you might change, just like these puppies' lives were changed forever.